Hey everybody, welcome back to just another podcast. I'm your host, Tyler the Comic. I'm here with Antjuan Palmer and Caroline, your last Delonga, right?
Delonga.
Nice. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm beautiful, bro.
Good, good. How about yourself?
Very good, very good.
Good. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. This was a lot of fun, and it's nice to see everybody come out and try different jokes and everything like that. How long have you guys been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for a long time, just to keep myself out of trouble and to keep people up off my ass, bro. Really.
Mm-hmm. How about yourself?
Comedy, 2.5-ish years, but performing arts in general, almost a decade.
Nice, nice. What is kind of your favorite thing about doing comedy? And I feel like it's different for everybody, so.
My favorite thing about doing comedy is telling stories and bringing a real element to a harsh situation, but making it humorous, so you can accept it better,
Yeah.
and not so much as automatically go against it. Because every situation doesn't mean it's a loss, because an L can mean a lesson too. You know.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I think with comedy, it's really fascinating to me because it's the last remaining form of oratory in this country. Like, a comedy show is about 2 hours. A presidential debate is 90 minutes. There's not a whole lot that people are willing to just watch a person talk on stage.
yeah.
And there's something really magical about that.
Yeah, it's really like when a show is just kind of like rolling and it's going really well, it's like everybody's a part of that. And like if you're not there, you don't get to experience it. And it's just really cool that everyone comes for the same purpose, is to have a good time. And with the food and the drinks and how everything's set up, I try to really make sure everyone's comfortable and ready to succeed. So what's been something that you think people who don't do comedy, what's something you can kind of pull the curtain back and kind of explain, like, everyone, I feel like that's kind of a double question. I do apologize. It's
Right.
a tougher question than I'm trying to think of simple ones, and it's making it tougher.
No, that's a good one though. I like it because it's like if you don't do comedy and you do comedy or you do any kind of stand, any kind of expression, it gives you a release. It gives you a harmony in life, not like a balance, because a balance got a stopping point. A harmony is a continuous flow.
Yeah.
And if you got something to express yourself and other people can enjoy it and learn from it, man, that's like a good flow. It's
Yeah.
like a good flow.
Absolutely.
Well, I did improv before stand-up to get kind of my stage legs, and I think the thing people don't realize the most is that stand-up is not improvised.
No, yeah.
We're not here just making it up. And the first flyover comedy festival that I went to, I saw the same comedians at several different places. And this was right before I started. And I was like, wait, they're doing the same set that I saw them just do. And now that I do comedy, it's like, well, duh.
Yeah.
This is, you don't go to a play and think, well, I've seen this before.
Yeah, they're
Right.
practicing it.
It takes
and,
rehearsal, it takes practice. And a lot of it, is made up, and a lot of it comes from real life, but it didn't just happen that day.
Yeah.
The thing that I told about the lady at the Y, that was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I like that with stand-up, it's almost like you get to, it's like a verbal memory. You get to relive it.
Yeah,
and make it funny. And,
like a story or a movie. You can
and those
tweak it.
moments where you were like, oh, I wish I would have said this or done that. With stand-up, you can say I did this. You
Yeah.
can say I did that, and you
Yeah.
can tell the perfect version of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to when you see a comedian that's able to like go between like crowd work or their material, and it almost seems like they are making it up. It's like it's magical.
It's magic. Yeah, it's magic, man. It's magic.
So yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. I worked out a new set tonight, or new material tonight that it's very vulnerable.
Here's
it's
something that's popped in
nerve-wracking.
my head when we said magic and we was talking about this. Spells are just words.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we're using words and we're
Yeah.
casting spells.
Yeah.
And it's magical. You just said
Yeah,
that. Wow,
absolutely.
That's great, ain't
Yeah.
it? Serendipity, huh?
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of when you said that too. That's funny.
Psychic.
But yeah, it's pretty vulnerable to put yourself out there to say some stuff, whether it's a true story or not. When you're trying to say something that's a little embarrassing and they don't laugh, it's kind of like, oh man. So it's being a comedian is very like you're trying and you might not like. Somebody I was talking to, I was like, being a musician I feel like is easier than a comedian because you can practice your notes, and as long as you go out there and you just play your notes, they're gonna enjoy it. But as a comedian, you could say the right thing at the right time, and they still don't laugh. And it's such a very it's such a unique thing in itself. So be able to find a joke that correlates with everybody and everyone laugh, it's very fun and, like you said, magical.
People, I think, are more generous if a band is like okay, or it's background noise.
Yeah.
Versus a comedian, you're the center of the attention.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not holding that attention, it is almost like they turn on you.
I noticed there's some comedians who do a lot of bar shows are, I would say, they're very captivating because they're competing. If they're doing at bar shows, they're competing with their friends talking at the bar, the coin machines. So they have to be funny to get these people's attentions. They got pool, darts, all this stuff. So to go to a bar and do a comedy show, you really kind of learn the hard way that they're not going to care for you until you're funny. And
Feels
so
like the bar is higher.
Yeah. And so this has been a fun little thing for us to kind of try and work out because we have our shows and we try to do open mics, but like I said, it's a little bit tougher through the week. So trying to do this to where we can bring St. Louis and local comedians out to kind of put on a fun time. And I think even though our crowd wasn't as crazy as it normally is for our shows, I think everybody here was laughing and having a good time. And we were saying all types of stuff. So that's all you can really ask for is be able to say it freely and not make anyone uncomfortable or upset anybody. So
like I said, it was my first time on stage, bro, and this is an opportunity. I ain't been out of prison 60 days yet, bro, and like I say, man, this is a godsend, man. It's just like my mind getting blowed every minute, every second that I'm alive, man,
Yeah,
and being part of something like this, regardless of how big or how small, is something that people then put their energy into for a positive outcome.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate being part of.
Yeah, I will say I hope, once we get the footage and stuff from this, I hope you take this as being your first time on stage and kind of like take this as a momentum to keep going because he comes down every Monday or so and we kind of work on some jokes and stuff. He did jokes I haven't seen tonight and your ability to be comfortable on stage, there was so much that I was like, nice. Like you could look like you've been doing it for a while and I can see what it would look like with you doing it for a while, like where it can translate. So,
and like I say, I took all that, everything, like you seen how it was when I first came in.
Yep.
And you said, do this to it, do that to it. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but this is just how I know how to do it. And like, I don't take, just like me, I don't take, I don't know if it's because I've been incarcerated, but I don't take criticism as negative. I don't take none of that as negative.
Well, that's good. That's a good way to look at it. Cause
even if you hackling me, I don't take that as a negative.
Yeah.
It's still an opportunity for me to learn something about myself that I don't know.
Yeah, you got to have a thick skin because, like, crowd work, that's stuff that's not written. And it's hard to, like, stage stuff. We can work on our jokes and, tell your jokes in your room. But when you come out and someone's heckling you or doing something that throws you off your game, you have to be able to, like, work that muscle and get used to that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So,
and I think the effect or the ability to like take criticism not as an insult, but as like, thank you, like this is kind of a gift.
Yeah, man.
As
I
constructive,
appreciate
like-
that. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Like that's like you can tell when you go to mics like who's not going to last because they just crumble immediately, or they say, oh well, there's no crowd. I'm not doing stand up for no crowd. And it's like you're doing stand up for yourself and for your peers.
Correct.
Because the audience is not the one booking shows.
Correct.
And if you can make any of these comics laugh, they might put you on a showcase. Like you have to do comedy because you love comedy.
Exactly.
Not because you want the ego trip.
right.
Amen.
Well,
Well said.
Yeah,
Well put
I think
together.
that was a well way to end the podcast. Honestly,
Yeah,
I was going to
yeah,
start saying,
right.
but I'm like, man, I should just shut up. That was good.
that was beautiful.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was
And
awesome.
absolutely, where can people follow you on Instagram and Facebook to see where you're promoting next?
So my Facebook name is in Japanese because I lived in Japan and never took it back. But on Instagram, I'm at parasocial_reject. So like social reject, but parasocial because that's the world we live in now. And I think I also have a separate comedy page called Psychic Damage, but it's still kind of in progress.
Nice.
So Parasocial Reject, and my name's Caroline Delonga.
Awesome. Thank you. And,
I know a Japanese word.
Nani?
No. Ichiban.
Number one.
Yeah.
do you want to put your socials out, or we can
Well,
kind of put?
I'm only at the St. Louis Comedy Studios. My name is Antjuan Palmar, and I'm not putting anything out on social media. I'm not posting anything. You can't find me anywhere but the St. Louis Comedy Studios. So,
Yes,
buy a
sir.
ticket, get in, get you some food, get you some drink, have a good time, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. I'm Tyler the Comic. You guys have a good one.